Shikantaza is the latest album from Chinese man who joined us here in San Francisco. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man.
Appreciate it. You know, it's not very often that we get to see you guys performing here in San Francisco. When was the last time that you played here?
The last time was in 2006, and it was not even an official show. Just a friend invited us to do a DJ set in the Madron Lounge, which I think is not too far from here.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Then we played twice in New York years ago, and yeah, so it's great.
Just to get everybody familiar again with you, if you could just introduce yourself and then exactly what you bring to the party.
You're looking at me, huh? Fine, I'll start. My stage name's U-Star. I am one of the three vocalists stroke rappers for the Shikantaza live show. And I've been working with these guys, for 7 years as a rapper. Yeah.
First of all, I have to introduce the third member of Chinese Man who is not there because he's too jet lagged.
Yeah.
Who is Matteo, and me, I'm Aiku, so I'm one of the producer, and I'm DJing on a stage when I'm on the live.
And I'm Sly, also a beat maker, and for the live performance I am on MPC, let's say.
Jesus, oh shit. Do you have any idea what pleasure that is for those words to come out of my mouth? Thank you!
The origins of the band is that you were watching Ocean's 11, from what I understand, okay? And there was a character speaking Chinese, and then that kind of created a light bulb for you guys and said, okay, let's take a sample from the movie, and then all of a sudden it just went from there.
You're well informed.
I tried.
Yeah, you just. In fact, the really beginning is we have this sentence from a scratch record was saying this is the story of, but we don't know what was the story of, and so we found this voice of Ocean's 11, like you say, and that's it. This is the history of the Chinese man.
Okay.
But you
Almost
really
got
precise.
Okay.
Wow.
That is on point.
I tried to dig up as much as I could, right? And of course, the irony of a Chinese man talking to Chinese man, right? I thought it was very appropriate. So,
Good one, mate.
now this particular tour, you are incorporating a lot of your homies in rapping, and you know, the previous run you had a live instrumentation. This time around, more MCs and such. So, how is that balancing act? Because I would feel like you would miss strings and guitar and all this other stuff, instrumentation, right?
I think for each album, when we have to do the live version, we just try to think about how we can put a new dimension en plus de l'album.
Yeah. It's like basically he was just saying that each album you have to always come with a kind of different concept.
For the live,
like performing it live, from when you're making the album to actually putting it live in front of people, you have a different concept each time.
And for Shikantaza, we don't use so much of one particular instrument like horns or we use some violin, but the idea was really to come back to an hybrid between live performance and DJ set, because our previous live was really more in with instruments and with classic structure of show, like you stop after each track and everybody's clapping. For this show, we really want to use most of the song of the album. So we knew that we have to create a strong universe with visuals, and even for us it was, because it was cool to have some instrument, but sometimes you'll be like a little bit, I don't have so much to do. So this time we were like, no, I want to play for the whole show, and so that's why.
When I listen to the album, it's very cinematic because you incorporate a lot of the drops from movies or wherever they're from, right? And introducing, other friends that rap on there, especially Blah. Blah is just like in your face, and it's just like blah. And Warriors, right, is another track that just ebbs and flows. And so, when you create the music, when you look for these samples, are you thinking cinematic? Are you thinking visual?
No, it's really more instinctive. Really, it's just because we watch a lot of movies. Image is so important now in the society. You have a flow of image, so it gets to you. But when the track is almost done, we often try to add a little bit more cinematic dimension using like samples or rocking bit on the intro to make it more cinematical, because it's a big influence for us, like movies in general.
And when we are doing instrumental track, like you said, we produce, we don't care about cinematic stuff or whatever, but at a point you have to raconter.
Tell a story.
You have to tell a story.
Yeah, you have to tell a story. And when someone is rapping, you don't have to take care about this as a producer. You're just editing the track to fit with the MC. But when you don't have MC, you have to put like some lines, some words from a movie or and even the structure of the track is way more different than when you have MC, because it's not verse hook. You can have a progression. So I think even instrumental track are more cinematical.
Final question. What the heck happened to your hand? You were just on tour. This is the second date of the tour. You should have been relaxing before tour, right?
I broke my hand 15 days ago in Budapest.
Yeah, Budapest.
Yeah, Budapest.
Yeah,
because the wall really looked bad at me.
Uh-huh.
And I have to punch him in the face.
You punched
but he
the
won.
wall.
He won.
Unfortunately, the wall won, as it frequently does.
Now, you weren't in front of the wall.
I was standing between him and the wall.
Okay.
And the wall just jumped out and went, "What, bruv?" And then he went, "Oh yeah, well come on in, crack."
And crack.
And crack.
And crack. and then yeah, that was.
In France, they call it la fracture du con.
Yeah, it's like an idiot fracture, you know, like, yeah, because it's
especially when it's your life and your job and everything. Yeah,
I've got the same one here. I did it.
Oh, you've done that too?
Oh yeah. I broke this 3 times.
Sly is you?
Never. You know,
Okay,
I'm not fitted to fight a wall.
He's very Shikantaza. We're kind of Shikanta. What? So
He's the peacemaker.
Kind of.
Now, wall. Calm down.
He's a friend. You are nice wall. Don't fight. You know.
He's more like, you know, like Get Me to the Greek when he strokes the furry wall.
Oh,
you
yes.
know?
Right.
Like,
Nice wall. Nice wall.
nice wall.
I absolutely enjoy your music, and I can't wait for the show tonight.
Thanks
so much.
And hopefully you'll be able to still do something.
Yeah.
There, right?
It's gonna
He'll
be
be
okay.
doing handstands.
Yes. Awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Great
Thanks
to
for
meet
having
you.
us, man.
Cool. It was cool to meet you.
Big up, man.
Chinese Man, Shikantaza, their latest album. You're watching B-Sides on Air.